Well, it's a very funny story. I should be looking into here, right?
What's up, everybody?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone!
Wait, is it recording?
Got all excited about writing it.
My name is Sally.
My name is Dave.
I am Michael Orpia.
My name is Shae Miller.
My name is Luis Gomez, and I'm gay. It's not as easy to describe my partner.
I liked it because she was about my height, a little bit taller than me.
She's short with long, like Renaissance curly hair.
She's got a mole right here. No, it could be on this side. Yeah, I think it's on this side.
He had a big nose that I would make fun of.
He's Asian, also Chinese, a little bit older than me.
She is really pretty.
He is so beautiful.
He's really cute.
She's just cute. She's like cute.
I think my partner has the best smile in the whole wide world.
Just completely hilarious whether she means to be or not.
He went to the bathroom, came back, and he had a blue flower. And it just made me so happy. It was my first flower I ever got.
He'll be like, Johnny is so funny, and he would tell me this really random story that would come out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, Justin, that's really sweet. They're so cute as a couple.
She taught me that it is okay to love anyone you want. Holding her hand never felt so much better. Like, I felt prideful holding her hand.
I feel a safe space with her when I cry. When she holds me, I feel safe.
He's a really good cook. I'm lucky that way. He lured me in with food.
She longboards. We both longboard, so that's cool.
I sometimes see that they give little looks to each other when they're not looking.
I feel attached to him. I feel connected with him.
We're both super political and we're really obsessed with politics.
He was really into art, and which I am too.
She loved music. She was totally open.
We were similar in size and similar in style, so we could actually share clothes, which was kind of fun.
My partner is very different from me.
I'm a lot more shy and introspective.
She was more outgoing, and she was the one who kind of initiated the conversation.
I find him quiet. He doesn't always express himself.
Not great at dealing with her own emotions, but even if she wasn't great about knowing her own emotions or communicating them, she knew me like the back of her hand.
One of the things I look forward to the most when going home is seeing her and my family. She's kind of joined the family. Like I'll call home and she'll be at my house at home.
Why do I like her? I don't know. Like, I don't understand why I keep going back to her.
For me, being in love, it's like almost like you're gonna eat something and you know you're expecting it to taste a certain way, but then when you take a bite, it's completely different and so much better than what you ever would have imagined.
When I look at them, I just smile. It makes me feel really good inside.
It's like someone's taking you and like shaking you and put like bugs inside your stomach.
Butterflies on steroids, you just can't tame it at all.
And you can't sleep and can't eat properly, and you're just so distracted all the time.
It's effortless. I find that I don't even try to love them. Like, I automatically miss them or want to be around my partner all the time.
I love waking up to her. I just, I miss her if I'm not with her. I still, like, every day, I can't wait to go home and see her.
You just feel complete in a way. It feels really natural.
It was a time where I share certain moments with that person that I want to share with other people. Being in love is intimate.
It's consuming. It involves thinking about the person the minute you wake up and thinking about the person the minute before you go to bed.
I think it hurts. Love hurts, but it's great.
And it's also made me feel scared because it makes me question, do I really deserve this? And the answer is yes. It's worth the pain, it's worth the heartache, because it's what we're here for. It's what we're here to do, is to love.
Being in love for me means feeling held. Feeling like you have that support net.
That it makes all this hate and like all this discrimination, oppression, and everything you struggled with through the years, it just makes it that much tolerable.
It's not always happy all the times. You get in fights, but that person's still always going to be there for you.
Even if we disagree on certain things, that unconditional support is still there.
The great thing about it is it doesn't have any prejudices, and that's what I like about love.
It's just
I just feel like more of myself and that nothing can make my day bad.
I know who I am partly because I know that she loves me.
I fell in love with a woman and just never looked back.
I don't know if there's a particular time when I started questioning my gender identity, but it's shifted a lot for me, and I've learned a lot about my sexuality and my gender from relationships that I've had with other people.
I don't know if I was ever straight to begin with, or non-queer, I guess.
I first started to question my sexual orientation when I was in the 7th grade.
About a year ago.
Probably 13 or 14 years old.
About 15 or 16.
In 8th grade?
15, sophomore year of high school.
I just kind of knew from a very young age that I was a little bit different from everybody else.
The only question that I ever had was, do I say anything about this, and when?
I've started questioning my identity since forever, I think.
We started dating, so I guess it was like a lesbian relationship. And then once we got into college, he started his transition. Before I was just like, oh, okay, I finally discovered myself in high school, and then I had to like rediscover myself, so it was like really confusing.
I always think about this because I always try to look back and think, when was the first time I started to question it?
As I thought about it more, it just seemed like something that had always been in my mind. I just hadn't really confronted myself about it.
I've sort of always known, I just didn't actually know any word for it.
But what I do remember about elementary school and the beginning of middle school was being profoundly jealous when my best friends spent time with other people.
Hey, like I thought it was me and you, like we're best friends, and you know, I was like, why am I so jealous that she's doing all these things with other people, not me?
There was this woman on TV that I was just like, oh my god, she's so beautiful.
I started to fantasize about guys in my gym class.
There would be guys and they'd always be talking about, you know, all the hot girls, and I always felt really uncomfortable because I didn't know what to say.
I like asked my friends if they ever felt like they liked girls. Of course they said no, and so like I quickly just like didn't tell them and just pretended like I was just curious.
When high school came along, I met this like gorgeous girl. She just like, I mean, I wanted to be more than friends with her, you know?
Just like, wow, like, I really like you.
Since there aren't really these communities that actually told you what being gay is supposed to feel like, or being gay actually meant, there was a lot of self-hate involved.
Even people I know that are completely have parents that from day one have been so supportive, they still are afraid, and it's from all the other pressures too, society, media, and school.
In elementary school, I was teased a lot and bullied a lot. People would call me joto or puñal, which is kind of a negative word for gays in like the Mexican culture.
I don't know if they wouldn't like me, or they'd be mad at me, or they'd be disappointed, or they'd think I was disgusting, but I felt like I could not let anybody know that I was gay.
Everything's okay, I'm not a lesbian.
What had been forced into my head all my childhood, all my life, was a man gets married to a woman and they fall in love and have children together and they die together. Not a man and a man, not a woman and a woman, anything like that.
Growing up, I've always felt broken in a way. I've always felt like I was less than. I always felt like there was something missing because I felt so wrong.
I think that because a lot of it was feeling like it was something that needed to be corrected as far as me having attractions to all types of people.
But I didn't really want to be trendy, and I liked guys too, so I was like...
It took a lot of time for me to kind of deconstruct what that meant for me, what that meant within society, and also what that meant within a religious and spiritual context.
I kind of came to myself a little later than everybody else would expect. It takes people some time to like get comfortable with it.
My identity has transformed, if anything, has become much more open to allowing me to change as I get older, recognizing that how I identify now is not how I identified 5 years ago, and perhaps I'll change again.
Now that I just finally like identify as queer, I think it's just, for me, I think it's like the best identification because it just doesn't box me into something.
Slowly over the years, as I kind of like learned more about myself, started becoming more and more in touch with myself, I kind of started learning to accept it.
A year ago, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't be sitting here doing an interview just because I wasn't comfortable like letting everybody know who I was, and I was scared of being judged.
It's an ongoing process. I think when you do come out as queer and when you're comfortable with it, it takes time for everyone else to sort of become comfortable with it too.
And right now, it's a part of who I am. I am completely comfortable.
I'm slowly developing, and that's
That's good. It's been a long journey. It's 5 or 6 years to get there. But at this point, I feel really queer and confident.
I've always been very comfortable with myself, but I think it also means a lot to belong to a really big and diverse queer community.
It's wonderful to know I'm not alone in that way. And it's also wonderful to know that I have friends who completely respect me.
It's a privilege and honor to be queer. It definitely makes me look at the world with different eyes.
You have it on your cheeks now.
This weekend is our 3-year anniversary, and I absolutely loved her more every single day.
I'm married. We've been together 33 years.
She still is and has always been the thing that I look forward to every day.